Okay, and this is gonna be about the lead problem nobody talks about, right? Um, a lot of bad leads from a lot of different sources, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watching this video can relate to that, right? Now, here's what I see all the time. A contractor says, we're generating leads, we're getting, 15, 20 leads a month. Maybe they signed up with Angie's or some marketing company or whatnot. And, I want you guys to dig deeper and ask how many of those leads that you guys are getting, let's just say it's 20, 30, 40, 50, how much ever you pay for, how much of those leads are actually converting into a closed job, right? They say, sit there, maybe two, right? Now, here's a problem. You guys are grinding on these leads, on these garbage leads. You're calling them. You're probably even going to their house. They're probably not showing up. They're no showing you. Uh, Probably got shared with multiple other people, bidding them as well. And you're spending your time, your energy, your emotional capabilities chasing these guys that were never even gonna close in the first place. They're like you're wasting all of this for nothing because these type of people that you're receiving, they weren't even gonna close in the first place, right? And I'm gonna show you how to spot those key indicators in this video. So make sure you watch this through and how to not waste your time on bad leads because you're just burning money at that point, right? And I'm going to show you how to actually focus on the ones that actually matter, right? Now, first part, we're going to talk about the quality because a lot of you guys talk about, oh, I get a bunch of shit quality leads and all that stuff, right? So let me kind of paint a picture for you, right? So let's just say a roofing guy gets a lead. A homeowner fills out a form saying my roof needs work done, right? A contractor calls him saying, oh, we got your form, blah, blah, blah. A homeowner says, I'm just getting quotes. I'll probably wait until fall when it's cheaper. Contractor says, okay, let me come out there. Let me see what I can even do for you and give you a quote. Homeowner says, I'm actually talking to 5 other contractors, so I'll let you know which price I'm going to go with. Contractor spends 30 minutes getting the paperwork done, sending the estimate, following up. Homeowner never calls them back and chose the cheapest guy, right? There you go, wasted lead right there. Voila. Um, Now, the homeowner never calls back, one wasted lead, multiply that by 20, right? Let's just say you got 20 for that month. You spent all this time doing all that for 20 people that weren't even going to close in the first place anyways, right? Now, it's not, the problem is, it's not the number of how many leads you're getting per month. The problem is how many of those leads that you're paying for or you're getting somehow, somewhere, some way, how much of them are actually quality, right? And then you calculate your proper ROI for that, right? And that's the problem with a lot of these guys. You guys think, oh, I'm going to just buy 150 leads or whatever, and think you're just going to have a ROI on your investment. I could give you 5 leads for that entire month and you're gonna have a larger ROI because of the quality of these leads that I'm sending you, right? And that's the main thing, and that's the main difference that you guys don't even realize that is your biggest problem right now. You think you need more, but no, what you need is quality, and you need better, right? So this is the cost of you guys having bad leads in your system, right? Let me just put the real cost on you right now. You have 20, right? You get 20 leads a month. Average job value is like, let's just say 12,000, right? Scenario one, all 20 of them are garbage. They're all price shoppers, tire kickers. I'm just shopping around, searching, not really serious. You got 20 of them. You follow up on all 20. 15 ghost you. They never respond. 3 ask for a quote, but they ghost you after they found a cheaper price. 2 of them actually convert into a job, and then you made 24K in revenue for that month, right? You probably spent around 40 hours of sales, following up, paperwork, driving there to the estimate, all that stuff, all that time and energy counts up, right? Scenario two, you get at 5 leads for that month, all ready to go, legitimate budget that's actually makes sense, and they respect your price, right? 5 leads, only 5, they're all good. You follow up on all 5. Let's just say one ghosts you for some whatever reason, One is kind of thinking about it, but they're not ready, but they said, they'll stay in touch with you. So it's whatever, we'll leave that one. And then 3 actually convert to a job. Now, you just 3 times your revenue. Now you're at 36K a month. Now, amount spent for that, 10 hours of sales calls. That actually, worth your time, follow-up paperwork, and you book 3 jobs with that. So now if you compare the two, which one's going to give you a higher ROI? Obviously the better quality one, right? And I don't know, that's the main issue with a lot of the guys I talk with. They just think they need more, but what they really need is quality. You could spend a shit ton of money. I know a guy spending a shit ton of money on Angie's and thinking all he needed was more, but he just basically shot himself in the foot. What he needed more was more quality, and that's the main thing you guys need to understand, right? So this is why you get bad leads in the first place. Before I kind of show you how to fix it, you need to understand why that's even happening to you in the first place. Because if you don't understand that, it's your business. You need to understand that, and you need to understand why that's even happening in the first place, right? Let's just say for the guys running ads, the guys doing local service SEO, whatever ads you're running, your targeting is way too broad, right? You're getting leads from everyone that you kind of want to get it done, but they're not too sure, including people who aren't ready yet, don't have an actual realistic budget. They're just researching and shopping for a price, right? Second reason why this might be happening, right? Your messaging just attracts price shoppers, right? You're getting leads from everyone, even including people that aren't ready for to get it done, aren't ready for a project within that time frame, and they don't have a budget, or they're just researching or just shopping for a price, right? Second thing, in your message, you could have in your ad creative, or whatever ad you guys are running on your Google or whatever you're doing, it's cheap roofing or discount price. Oh, sign up now for a 10% discount. Like, no, imagine the type of people you're gonna be attracting, and then you wonder why you're getting bad leads. Price shoppers, those are the people that'll literally ghost you even after you give them a $200 discount or whatever, right? And the third reason why is because you're not qualifying none of these guys before you even go there, or before they even become a lead in the first place, right? You need to be on top of this stuff, because if you don't have a proper system behind it, you're just gonna waste your time even more. Going to the house, filing the paperwork, giving them a bid, and then ending up with nothing in return, and you just wasted all that time for nothing, right? So this is why you need to actually qualify these guys before they even turn into a lead, and making sure when you qualify them, your qualifying system has to have proper frameworks in place to make sure before you even go to that house, you're gonna have a chance of landing this and converting this into a job. And that's how you're asking the right proper qualification questions, right? Another reason where it could be your ads just reaching wrong people, right? Your ads are being shown to renters, apartment dwellers, and you're just accepting every lead that comes in. You need to be a lot more picky about the people that you work with, because even if someone's like not a good fit, you're just following up with them because you're desperate for business, and you don't want to do that, right? Now, here's what a quality lead actually looks like, ready to go, right? They need the service now, not next month, not three months down the line. They need it done this month. There's real urgency, like they need repairs done. It's a scheduled project. They're not actually shopping for price. They know what they want, and they have a budget in mind, and they're ready to move forward within the next 7 to 14 days. That is a quality lead, right? Making sure they have the budget, they actually want the work done, and they respect your time. So those are the people that you want to work with, right? And that's a quality lead, right? A lot of you guys are working with guys who are, I'm thinking about getting a roof done. I'm just getting quotes from everyone in town, and what's your lowest price? That's who you're working with, right? And there's zero urgency with those people at all. So you're basically still just shooting yourself in the foot. So this is how you kind of filter these guys out, right? And you want to stop accepting garbage people that only waste your time. You want to start pursuing people who actually respect your time and want to move forward with things, right? So is your page or landing page, you need to ask proper questions like, is this something you want to get it done? Is this something you're planning on? How long have you been planning for it? What's your timeline? What is your budget looking like? Are you guys looking for the cheapest option, or are you guys looking for a more high end option? And really understanding your KYC, you need to know your customer before you start selling to them. And a lot of you guys just don't do that, right? If they answer, I'm just looking for quotes or just need the cheapest option, don't waste your time following up with them. You know these guys are not that serious. You need to qualify these guys on the first call and get a proper understanding of what they're looking for, right? And if you get a sense of urgency that these guys don't have that much urgency, don't waste your time on them. Right? They're not even gonna convert in the first place. And every lead, you guys need to have a tracking system in place, right? Every lead that comes through, you know, what's their urgency? Are they ready to buy now? Do they have a budget? How fast do they want to get things done? Or are they ready for in 30 days? Or were they just researching, right? And you need to filter that, track that, and watch their behavior, so you know what type of people you're attracting and targeting, and you know how to iterate from there, right? You could use pre-qualify with forms like Google Forms and all type of different qualification funnels you can make for that before they even talk to you, right? So you're kind of automating and streamlining this process instead of getting on the phone with somebody and having to call them every single time and qualify them, and it's just not high leverage. All right, so the goal is you're not trying to get more leads, you're trying to get better leads, right? Better people. You're trying to identify the bad leads first before it becomes a 20-hour waste of your day, right? Who was never gonna hire you in the first place. So, what actually happens when you focus more on quality rather than quantity is less time wasting. That's what it means. 20 leads a month. Let's just say 70% of them are shit. 20% of them are medium quality. 10% of them are high quality. Probably close 2 jobs a month. 40 hours of just wasted time. Frustrated, exhausted, following up, etc. Only made 20K a month for that month, right? You just did more work for no reason and made less money, right? Now, if you have quality and you're actually focusing on quality, you do 5 leads a month, 80% conversion rate because they're actually looking for what you're supplying. You close 3 to 4 jobs a month. 8 hours of actual work, confident, selective. You're actually getting it done, getting the bids out, and end up making to close 3 to 4 jobs. You end up making 36 to 40K a month, and you did less work, and it was a much easier process. You haven't changed anything. You just have proper quality behind you, and it's literally better. It's literally a logical, proper ROI for that. You didn't change anything. You didn't change your process. You didn't hire a new sales team. You didn't do any of that. All you did was just be smarter about who you're going to do business with. And that's the psychological shift. A lot of you guys think you need more, but all you need is more quality. You just look more desperate. And you'll just lower your price. You'll do bad work. Because of that, right? And you need to be picky with who you work with. That's important. So at the end of the day, it's up to you what type of guy and how do you want to run your business. But other than that, like, this video should give you a proper understanding of how to actually start dictating which leads you want to work with, which leads you don't, and yeah, from there. Now, I guess here's the one thing that I realize when I talk to you guys a lot is you don't have the leads. It's not the volume that you have an issue with. It's the quality, right? And now you guys understand and know what to do, right? If you don't have a proper back end in place, go ahead and book a call with me. I'm gonna plug it so we can create a quick little action plan for you and figure out how to get your business to the next level with these systems. What you can do, just I'm gonna create this action plan for you. Hop on the call, take it, and it's free to use. And then if you want to use our systems we have in place, we can show you that and how we can get that set up for you as well. So if y'all like this type of stuff, make sure y'all let me know. Type in the comments, and the first link to book an appointment with me is gonna be down below. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one.